Gary? What are you doing, Gary? Where are you going? Where are you going, Gary? What are you doing? Hello, Chungharini. Hello, everyone. So it's the morning for Gary, so I don't think he's gonna be really active today. Oh my god, it's 4 a.m. for you? Gary, where are you going? Where is everyone from? 2 a.m. Oh my god, 2 in the evening? 4 a.m.? Oh, Gary, how can you be hungry all the time? Giving you way too much food, you're a chunky boy already. 11 a.m., 3 p.m., 1 p.m. You're from Israel, India. Hey Viola Priyanka, how are you doing? Ah, someone from the UK like us? Reverend Volt is saying hi, Gary. Someone from Turkey, Finland, Australia? Oh, thank you for sharing with your friends. Gary is so international. It's so cute. Singapore. No, he's not there. It's just the morning for him. So as he's nocturnal, he's not really moving a lot. But that's normal for him. That is normal. Close up to Gary. Hey, from Indonesia. We're doing different time for live stream because I want everyone to be able to see Gary. So the first time we did the live, it was like 6 p.m. UK time, and the previous live was I think 3 p.m. UK time, and now it's 10 a.m. UK time. So I'm letting people choose like every time a different time. So every time zone can have Gary. Oh, thank you all for coming and watching Little Gary in the morning. I'm so sorry we were a bit late today because I am not a morning person either. I'm like Gary. So we are in the UK, for those who don't know, and Gary is 2 years old and 4 months old. 2 years and 4 months old. Oh, did you stay up all night to watch the stream? Oh, that's cute. Thank you so much. Oh, in Korea it's 7 p.m., so it's a good time. Does he watch anime? He does. Yeah, he does. I don't know which one is his favorite anime though. One p.m. in Russia. How long do they live for? They live for about 15 years, more or less, depending on how you keep your axolotl. What you hear, like the fan noise you hear, is Gary's chiller. So I'm sorry for the noise. Oh, someone from Slovakia. Is it hard to keep him as a pet? It is. Having an axolotl is like the hardest pet I ever had. There is a lot to know about them to be able to keep them properly. So yeah, I personally think it's really hard. Ah, someone from Switzerland, Indonesia. How do you get an axolotl? You have to go to your local breeder if you have any, or in a pet shop. If you are in Europe, they sell them like in any pet shop. Gary. So I'm not gonna give food to Gary because it's morning and he's not used to have food in the morning. So I don't want to change his schedule. He usually sleeps in the morning, but I think like now it's too early for him, so he's still a bit active. A bit. Because he's not really doing much. Is it oh, I saw an interesting question. Is it true that axolotl can grow new heart and new brain? They can regrow only part of them. Like if they have an accident and just a part of his brain is damaged, he can regrow it, but just part of it, not the whole brain. Will Gary get a girlfriend? I don't know. Maybe one day, but not right now. Isn't it, Gary? I am not ready to be a grandma. Someone from Finland. Is it hard to feed him? Mine is hard to feed because he can't catch the food that I'm basically dropping in front of his mouth. I even stuck 3 pellets on his head in between his eyes. Oh, it's not really hard to feed Gary because we trained him when he was a little baby. So for us, it's not really hard. He knows how to get pellets when we drop them. He knows how to eat from my hand, and he also knows how to eat in a plate. So he kind of knows everything. Gary, where are you going? Do axolotl lay eggs? Yes, they lay little eggs. How do you tell if it's a boy or a girl? So you see Gary's part here, like the big bump, it's when you know it's a boy. For girls, it's like really, really small and it's not as big. Gary is not a fish, he's a salamander. Fat bird. Is Gary watched Gravity Falls? I don't know if he already watched it. You have to ask Gary's dad, because Gary's dad is playing more video games than me. How much is ah? How much is duration of this live? I'm going to do about an hour live. What does Gary do when he's bored? He usually don't do much. He would just go in his pod and just stay here and do nothing. Just staring. Is Gary being Gary all the time? He is. Hey, Ravenvold. Yes, you can donate. I think there is something to do with. You can do it live. I think. I'm not really sure. What breed is Gary? Gary is a leucistic bluegill axolotl. So, leucistic is like his color. He's pink, and the bluegill is like the the part on his gills that is blue. Some doesn't have the blue part, so they are just lucies. Can Gary get angry? He can get impatient sometimes, but I don't think I saw him angry. Oh, Gary! So he does that when he's hungry, but we feed him every day, and you see how he is chunky. And we don't want to feed him every time we see that he's hungry, because he would be like so fat. We don't want that, so we need to restrain ourselves to not feed him that much. What is your opinion on axolotls having almost less than 1,000 of his species? This is in the wild. There are not a lot right now, but there's nothing I can do on my side because it's in Mexico, and I find it really sad. But I think they are working to like depollute the lake, and there is programs to save axolotls in Mexico. So I think it's good that they are doing something for them. Ah, Axel the axolotl, that's cute. Yeri, stop it. Does Gary like to play with your hand? Yes, he does. He liked the boop really so much. He loved the boop. Can axolotls be gay? I have seen mating behavior between male axolotls, so maybe. Oh, you have two pet axolotl? And I got one that looked like Gary. They are little babies. Oh, they're so cute. I remember when Gary was a baby, he was so cute. What age is Gary? Gary is 2 years and 4 months old. He kind of still a baby, but not really because he have his adult size, so he's still young, but with an adult size. Come on, Gary. So he's not doing much, just living his axolotl life. Is Gary a gamer? He definitely is a gamer. He really likes to watch his dad play video games. Did he already bite my hand? Yes, he did. I made a compilation video of Gary actually biting me. But it doesn't hurt as they don't have teeth. So it's really, really cute. Someone gave a donation. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry because I'm missing so much of your message because there is so much message and I don't know how to like go back to them. Oh, I don't like that. I want to see the message that goes with the donation. Can Gary go on plane? He can. You just have to inform your company before. My axolotl always sleep in his log all day. That's what they do during the day though. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ravenvold. I'm so sorry I didn't saw the first message. Oh, thank you. I didn't do anything with my nails right now. They're just like this. I didn't paint anything. Hop. Hello, Gary. I wish I could have a Patrick starfish from SpongeBob as a decoration, but I never found any. Can Gary be out of the water for a short amount of time? Like, if you want to tub Gary or change him from a tub to another tub, you can. I personally don't do that. I prefer him to be in a little tub that I transfer. But if it's just for a couple of seconds, it's okay. But it's still gonna stress him, so don't do that too much. How much is an axolotl? It actually depends on the morph of the axolotl. Gary, stop it. Does he let you hold you? He can come in my hand if he wants to. Can I have Gary's toes? No, you can't. Where did Gary get his name? It's actually his dad who gave Gary his name. When we were at the pet shop and we saw baby Gary, his dad said that he looked like a Gary. So this is how we name him Gary. Is he a boy? Oh, can you say hi, Seb? It's my little bro. Oh, hi, little brother Seb. Thank you for joining the stream. Thank you for the donation. It's really sweet of you. Do Gary likes Christmas? Actually, we want to like Christmas his tank up. So maybe for the next live we'll show you how we did a Christmas tank. Do axolotl always have to be in cold water? Yes, they absolutely always have to be in cold water because warm water will cause them stress and ultimately kill them. When you get merch, the merch is already on in Gary's page. You have to go in the shop section. And during December, we actually do a 20% off sale during the whole month with the code Happy Gary. So if you want any Gary's merch, I think it's the best time to have them. Is Gary single? Yes, Gary is single. Is Gary a picky eater? He sometimes is. He sometimes is because even for his like bloodworms, there is some that he won't eat at all. And when it comes to pellets, if the pellets are in the water for more than 3 minutes, he won't eat them because I don't know, because it's maybe too soggy for him. But like only 3 minutes in the water and he won't eat them. Is there Gary? What? Gary. Gary, I can't give you too much num, okay? You had too much num num. Can axolotl breathe on ground? They can only gloop some air at the surface, but they can't live outside of the water. Can I steal Gary? No, you can't. Gary likes the num num too much. What is the strange slime on top of the water? It's because you don't have enough surface movement. So it builds up protein, which is not really good. So you should get a bubbler or something to make some water movement. Is it hard to separate an axolotl habitat? It's not hard, but it demands a lot of time and patience and money. I'm not gonna lie. Is Gary happy you're home more often because of COVID? I think yes. He's always around us, so he's rarely in his spot. He's always like watching us. He's always here, so I guess he's happy. How much does an axolotl cost? Axolotls like Gary, like leucistic, they're really cheap. I think we got Gary for around £14, which is, I think, maybe $17. They're quite cheap. It depends on the morph. You can have rarer axolotls that can be sold for like hundreds, like 300s, but normal axolotls like Gary is really cheap. Do Gary eat fish? He could, but we don't give him fish. Oh, you're going? Bye bye. Give Gary num num for me. I will tonight. Ravenvolt, I will. Thank you so much for coming today. Thank you for the donations. What does Gary eat? Does Gary like bubble? Well, Gary eats worms, like Dendrobiana worms, which is called in the UK, and it's night crawlers for the US. He also have treats like bloodworms, salmon, war prawns. So we can give him a lot of things. It's not always the same thing. What filter do you use for Gary? We actually have an external filter. It's a really big one. So it doesn't take space in the tank. I like it. Oh, bye Wolf Foxy. Thank you for joining today. Does Gary swim a lot? He'd prefer to walk than swimming, if it makes sense. I agree with you, Shan Gumapak. If you want to get an axolotl, you really have to care for them properly. They are really kind of hard to maintain at first because you have to learn so much about them. But once you know everything, it's like okay. It's just the process of the beginning, learning everything is a bit hard. Is Gary a male? Yes, he is. Mm, why Gary jumping in the water? He's jumping because he's trying to find food. But as you already know, Gary is a bit chunky. So I can't give him food right now because it's the morning and I don't want to change his schedule. We only give him food during the evening. But lately Gary has been really, really hungry. We give him food every day. He doesn't have worms right now. The worms are coming this week. I've ordered them and I think they're gonna post them on Tuesday, so they should arrive like at the end of the week. So I hope maybe he's gonna be less hungry with the worms. Can you say hi to my friend Kitty Cat Keiku? For me, where we are, it is night and she's asleep, so she didn't make it to the live. Oh, thank you, Random Bee. Does Gary like bubbles pump for aquarium? He does. Gary likes to play with the bubbles. We don't put the bubbles all the time though. Gary get a mustache? He can only get a mustache when I edit his picture. Gary, no more eating. Thanks. Oh, I saw someone is from Japan. Oh, hello. What time is it in Japan? How did he get Gary in the first place? We got Gary in a pet shop actually. Oh, thank you for the sub, Wafa. Gary, oh, Gary is the bee. I can't give you too much num num. I told you already. You're a chunky boy. So we had mothballs before in Gary's tank, and he loved to put the mothball in his house, and then he would be upset because the mothballs would be in his house. So we don't really know what Gary wants. Do you like snakes? Yes, I do. I like little snakes. I like their little head. I want to pet them so bad, but I don't have any. Where did you buy Gary? We got Gary at the pet shop. Can you say hello, Irvi? Hello, Irvi. Oh, it's 7:33 in Japan. AM or PM? PM, I guess. What type of worm Gary eats? He eats dendrobina worms. And it's night crawlers for the US name. Does Gary play with toys? He doesn't really. He don't really have toys in his aquarium. Oh, you're from Hong Kong. Oh my god, squid. Which part of the UK are you in? We are in West Yorkshire. Have you ever done a face reveal? If you haven't, will you ever do one? Maybe if Gary get 100K sub, because I know that in the YouTube thing 100K sub is like a thing. So maybe if we get to this amount of sub, I will maybe do a face reveal. Yeah, but mostly you can see my face on the reflection of the tank, so it's not really that secret, I guess. Gary, I'm gonna put you here. Oh no, you're moving again? Is that Gary the snail from like SpongeBob? Yes, it is. Gary, what did I say? No eating from the sand. Gary, come on. Gary. How can you be so hungry all the time, Gary? You have food every day and you're a chunky boy. He doesn't really eat sand. Like when he does that, he just testing and then he spit out everything. How frequently do you have to change the water? We change the water every week. Like 50% of the water. Just to renew the water, that's it. The parameters are always perfect, so we don't really need to do it every week. We could do it like every 2 weeks. But we like to do it every week. Yeah, Gary goes in the corner of the tank also. Except now, he doesn't. What are those pink petals on Gary's head? It's his gills. It's how he breathes when he flicks the gills. There should be a Gary Christmas movie. I hope. That would be really cute. A really cute story. Does Gary exercise? He does. Actually, when it's the night time, he goes from the left to the right of the tank like multiple times for hours sometimes. Can Gary give you a high five? He can. He actually sometimes put his... No, sorry, Gary, it's not food. He actually put his little hand on the glass and we can like put our finger and it's a high five. Why are you so hungry, Gary? You get food every day. You're a chunky boy already. I can't give you too much food. I think he knows the worms are coming and he wants the worms. Gary, I can't give you num num right now. It's morning, okay? Can Gary eat little fish? He could eat little fish, but some fish have this enzyme called thiaminase, and it prevents axolotls from processing vitamins. So in the long run, Gary would lack vitamins and eventually die, so we don't give Gary those fish. But other fish like guppies are safe, but we don't really want to feed him fish. I don't feel okay feeding fish, but worms are fine because they are not vertebrates. But as a fish feels pain and everything, we don't really want to feed Gary fish, if it makes sense. How big and smart can axolotls get? Gary is at his adult size right now. He's 28 centimeters, but I think they can grow up to like 35 or something. And as to how smart, axolotls are not really that smart. They are not. So I don't know. How much water do you change during water change? 50% of the water is changed. Sometimes he's singing a song to Gary, sometimes someone. How long can Gary live? He can live up to 15 years old. Will I ever get a female for Gary? I don't think I will get a female because I don't want to be a grandma. And because when they lay eggs, it's like thousands of them, and I can't have thousands of baby Gary. It's way too much for me. Do you have any other pets beside Gary? We do have. It's like we wanted to give Gary some shrimps, but I felt bad about giving shrimps to Gary because the shrimps are really cute, so we kept them as pets. And so they are in a different tank now, and they are thriving. Yeah, I will probably get Gary a brother or something. How big is Gary's aquarium? So Gary is in 120 centimeters long, 45 centimeters large, and 35 heights. Gary, I know you're hungry, but you have to wait until tonight, okay? I don't know what it is with Gary lately, being really hungry all the time. Oh, you've been kicked by your sister. Oh. Gary is the goodest boy. Yeah, he is. You're planning on breeding shrimp and guppies? You have a ton of guppy grass and areas for them to hide. I will probably one or two to mine. Yeah, they are good treats. If you sit well with giving fish to your axolotls, you can. Does axolotls sleep with their eyes wide open? They do, because they don't have eyelids, so they can't blink. So yeah, when they sleep, their gills goes like more light pinkish, and this is how you know they are resting. Oh, you're carving an axolotl. That's cool. That's so cute. When you're finished, you can send them a picture in Gary's Instagram in the DMs. If you can, I would love to see that. How many times do you feed Gary a day? We feed him every day. Like, we feed him every day and he's still hungry. I don't know. Normally in axolotl you have to feed them like every two days, something like that. But Gary is really like demanding of food. He loves food so much. Gary is most of the time Gary is a good boy. What is your Insta? Our Instagram is the same as YouTube. It's Gary the Axolotl. I think you can find us really easily on Instagram in the research thing. Oh, thank you, Nikki Chi. If you send the picture, it would be really good. I want to see that. Is he bigger than other axolotls? He's not. I don't think he is. He's like kind of a normal size. Oh, thank you for this. Maybe you fed Gary too much food when he was a baby. Maybe. But he has a healthy size, so I don't want to give him too much. Is he a mythical creature? He is. He actually got his name from the god Axolotl, which is an Aztec god. What is... I recommend you this social media app called Petsbee. It's like Instagram but with pets only, instead of people. Oh, okay, Petsbee. I will look into that. He is a real life Pokemon. Yes, he is. Gary! I told you no nom nom. What substrate do you use for Gary? It's sand? It's only sand. Is he injured in past? He got injured multiple times because Gary is a bit goofy sometimes. So he got like scratches or things like that, and he even lost a toe one day, like one finger. I went crazy, but his finger just grew back, so everything is fine, and he heals really quick. Can I send you a digital drawing of Gary? Yes, you can. You can use our mail. How do I... I'm gonna write the mail. If I can. I'm on the phone, so I don't know. I wish that I knew how to use this. How do I write? Okay, I don't know how to write with my phone during the live. Yes, you can put the email if you know it. But it's garyaxolotl@gmail.com. It's really simple. So if you have fan art of Gary, you can send them to this email address. Oh, can you give Gary a book from me, please? I didn't plan on putting my hands in the tank today, so it's gonna be for next time, but I will. Please don't beat me, please. It's okay. Even if he bites you, it doesn't really hurt. Does Gary bites? Sometimes bites you. He doesn't bite me, but he bites his dad. He knows when it's his dad feeding or when it's me. And when it's his dad, he's biting him. I don't know why. But when it's me, he's not behaving like that. Gary is not my first pet. I had like bunnies and hamsters before. Gary, I told you what? No eating sand, Gary. Have you had other axolotls before? No, Gary is the first axolotl we have.
Did I hear you say you're not going to give him a pet?
Oh, you want to give him? Okay. So Gary's dad is here, and he wants to give Gary a book for you. So let's see how it goes.
If I can get into position without knocking everything over.
Yeah.
Oh.
What temperature does the water have to be? It's between 16 and 18, and right now the temperature is 16.7. Bite! See, when it's Gary's dad, he always bites, but when it's me, he never does that. Oh, he likes the book way too much. I don't know why he loves that so much, but he does.
I don't know.
Can you give him some pellets because he's so hungry?
Sure.
We
Well,
usually
my hands are
don't.
already clean.
We usually don't give Gary pellets in the morning, but like as you can see, he keep on trying to eat, so we're gonna give him some. Because I don't want him to eat sand, so. Good, Gary. This wasn't in the program, but it's live, so.
Anything can happen. It's
Yeah.
okay.
I'm gonna put this closer.
Right. I heard you say you weren't going to pet him, and I was like, what?
I don't want to pet him in every life because it's not good to like touch him all the time.
It's only for a couple of seconds. It's okay.
Yes, we're feeding Gary now because he's so hungry. Even though we don't normally feed him during the day.
Oh, did he get it?
No, he missed it. But it's in the plate, so it's fine. I vote Gary as a president of Axolotl. Well, Gary is already a king, so there's that.
I may need to move him to get the one underneath.
Does he understand your commands? It's more not verbal, even though I say things. It's more in the gesture that he understands.
Is he munching?
Yes, he's munching.
Okay. Wait till it's done munching.
Yeah.
They need to add an axolotl emoji.
Yeah, they do. I wish. It's 6 a.m. Oh, thank you for joining, even if it's really, really early for you.
Go to sleep.
Yeah, so we'll try different time for the live, as we know that we have people loving Gary from everywhere, so it's really hard to find like one time for live.
I think the voting is a good idea.
Yeah, so I'm always putting like different times on Saturday. I think I always do the poll on Saturday. And so you guys can choose whatever hours you want to see Gary.
Okay, Gary, I need to get underneath you. Can I just scoot you across, please?
Can you move a bit, Gary? Move a bit. Yeah. A little bit. Yeah. Oh, poor Gary.
I'm sorry.
It's 5:55 for you. Oh, you have to go. His name is Axolotl. Actually, Axolotl.
Oh, I missed.
Goodbye, Mega Pen Tower. Thank you for joining us today.
Oh, he got it. Nice. Cool. He's been fed now.
Is his bite hurting you? No, it doesn't. Gary doesn't have teeth, so.
No, it doesn't hurt at all. It's just sudden and it scares me sometimes.
No. If I get an axolotl, should I name it Bobby or Gabby or Gary Jr.? I like the 3 names, to be honest. Does Gary gloop a lot? He doesn't. Gary doesn't really gloop that much air. He takes more his oxygen from the water. There is enough oxygen in the water for him, so he doesn't need to gloop. Oh, it's 5:55 p.m. You're in Vietnam. Oh, it's kind of a good time for you to watch the live. It's fine. And yes, Gary is really cute. I think Gary is happy now because he had Num Num and he had a boob, so I think he's gonna like calm down with the eating sand now. 4:27 p.m. in India. Yeah, axolotls have really bad eyesight. I have a test tomorrow, so I should study. But live Gary video, oh, you should study too. But it's okay to have a break with Gary. Yeah, good luck for your exams. How old is Gary? Gary is 2 years and 4 months old. Oh, it's almost 2 p.m. for you in Turkey. It's 2:57 a.m. Wow, in Canada. It's way too early. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming.
Why are you awake in the morning? Go to sleep already.
Gary, did you eat too much? Have you been greedy? In Australia, it's 5:58 p.m. When is his birthday? His birthday is the 11th of July.
We have a little book, a little notepad.
Yeah, that we note everything about Gary.
Where is it?
It's like a health book for Gary. We note everything that happens to him.
Is it in here?
I don't know. How do you celebrate his birthday? We actually make a cake out of grub pie for Gary.
Oh yeah.
And give him treats like prawns or salmon.
I think the first time we had like a prawn or a shrimp.
Yeah.
And we gave him pieces of it.
It's like this.
Oh, here it is. I don't know why.
I'm gonna show you Gary's first birthday. He had a really big shrimp for himself. Of course, he didn't eat all of the shrimp, just one bit. That's it. This was Gary when Gary was really small.
Yeah, he was tiny.
Yeah. And we always do things like that when it's Gary's birthday. He's a bit spoiled, to be honest. I think he's a bit spoiled. I never thought that an aquarium pet, like an aquatic pet, would be so interesting and interactive. It's like I thought it would be like a fish, like you don't really do much with them. You just watch them in the tank and that's it. But with Gary, it's really different. He's so like interactive with us. He's really interesting. How many liters in his tank? It's 190 liters. 190. It's a really big tank for just Gary. We could easily fit 2 axolotls in there, but it's only Gary for now. Do they need a separate tank for than fish? Yes, if you have fish, you can put your axolotl in the same tank as your fish, or your fish is gonna be eaten. Or your fish is gonna eat your axolotl's gills. So it doesn't really worth it to have multiple species of aquatic pets in your tank.
Yeah, and if the fish is smaller, he might try and eat it. So, yeah.
Oh, welcome back, Strawberry Sunday. Someone's name is Jesus Christ. Oh. Can Gary show his face on the to the camera? I wish, but I can't make him.
I can wash my hands again and move him a little bit.
No, it's okay.
No?
Leave him be. Can crab live with axolotl? No, they cannot at all. Jesus approves, Gary.
You heard it here.
Oh. Gary, are you showing your bum? Gary, you're showing your bum now.
Look at how crooked his tail is.
Yeah. Who thought of adopting Gary? I think it's us too, but I was more set on the axolotl than because we wanted, like, we had the choice between axolotls and turtles, and we had to do research before buying them. And I personally only did research for axolotls and not turtles. I don't know about Gary's dad.
You know I think they're called musk turtles. Well, they're like really, really small. It was one of those. We had a choice.
Gary, do a backflip. I wish Gary could do a backflip, but I don't think he could. Maybe, I don't know.
He seems to be more interested
Of the leaves.
in the leaves, like
Yeah.
behind. We have a fake ivy wall behind the tank to give it like a nice background.
I know you need to study, but we're gonna like end the live soon, so it's fine. You can go back to your study after that.
Yeah, we're gonna end it in a couple minutes.
Yeah. Does Gary live alone in his tank? Yes, he is.
Well, I wouldn't say he's alone. He has Gary.
Yeah, he have Gary the snail, and he have us around all the time. He's never really alone. No, don't leave. But like we used to only do 1 hour live. I don't know if will you be interested or on having live during the week too? Like maybe Wednesday to cut the like week in two? Because I don't know if everybody is available during the weekend. Maybe some of you are only available during the week. I have no idea. Can you tell my dog Nova to stop snoring so loud? Nova, stop snoring so loud. Hey Kiba, welcome to the live. We are gonna end it soon though. Gary did a little dance.
Oh, he turned around.
Yeah.
Is
Axolotl half fish, half salamander? They are full salamander. But they only live under water. Hello Gary, you have food now. Are you happy? I'm not gonna eat sand anymore. I'm not gonna jump anymore.
Wow, he's looking directly at the camera.
Oh, I'm gonna put it like closer.
Oh, okay.
Ah, you're going away. Thank you, Gary. The sun is coming up. I'm so sorry. Gary is looking at my soul when he looked directly at the camera. Can Gary jump? Yes, Gary can actually jump out of his tank, so that's why we put like plexi panels over Gary's tank, so he has no chance to like
Escape.
escape. Yeah. From where are we? We are from England.
Yeah. I don't know why I have to think about it.
Can Gary stick to walls? No, he can't.
It's not Spider Gary.
Gary the King.
There's an evil Gary.
Wait, where? Gary the King.
Somebody said there's an evil Gary.
Where? Oh, in the reflection?
Oh, like an evil twin.
Oh, maybe. Gary, where are you going? I mean, now he's not eating the sand anymore, which is good.
That's okay.
But like, how can he be so hungry all the time?
Yeah, his ears are on the outside.
Yes, he have his gill outside. Oh, Gary.
He's bonking on Gary. Gary's on Gary.
Can see Gary.
'Cause he is
Gary's little face here. Oh, Gary, how are you? Oh my god, what? Between Gary. Oh, thank you for following us on Instagram. To be honest, I've been like, Instagram has been our like first social media, but I kind of like dropped it since we are on YouTube, but I need to like update it again. I'm so sorry for people on Instagram, because it's we've been on Instagram for like more than 2 years, and it was our main social media platform. But then Gary's YouTube just exploded, and we had to like, I don't know, just take care about YouTube more, because there is more people wanting to see Gary. Basically, Gary is our child.
Yeah, basically.
I always say that Gary is my son. So is it a problem that one of my Axie, Popcorn, he's a male, and Golden Albino is more active than Flossie, my female cystic Axie? It's not a problem at all. They all have their character. They all like act different. So if one is more active than the other, it's really completely fine. It's just depend on them. Why is there two Gary?
Oh, there is an evil Gary. There is an evil Gary. Look.
Yeah, there is an evil Gary. What is that? Someone's name is Evil Gary.
Yeah. Oh, look. The Gary reflection is looking at everyone.
Yeah. Can Gary can kill me with his cuteness? I hope not. Gary's reflection is Evil Gary.
Oh, what is he doing?
How cute is Gary from a scale from 1 to 10? I would say 100. Gary's that cute.
That's a lot of zeros.
Popcorn. Jesus likes popcorn. If you have Pinsby, what would the username be? It would be the same name. Is always Gary the Axolotl.
What's Petsby?
I think it's a social media platform for pets.
Hmm.
Oh. Evil game. I think it's time to end the live. It's been more than an hour already. So I hope you liked this stream. Can you do a face reveal at 100k? I will do a face reveal if we reach 100k sub. I don't think it's gonna be for now, so we still have time. So thank you everyone for showing up today. And those who are like when it's really like early or really like late at night, just go to sleep.
It's not that important. Just sleep. Yeah.
And those who have to study, good luck. And we will see you next time. Thank you everyone for showing up today. See you in the next live. Bye bye. Bye bye.